In today's show, I would like to share 3 books that are some of my favorite books for riding. So in another video, I talked about some of my favorite books for understanding training and the training of the horse. And these books are focused on the rider. So the first one, you can tell this is a very well-worn copy. And I think this is the book that when people ask me for a good riding book, I have recommended the most. I'm sure many of you have heard about this. It really is a classic. And this is Centered Riding by Sally Swift. One of the best parts of this book are just the illustrations and the visualizations. I think that Sally was just brilliant in being able to come up with the different ways of thinking about and visualizing riding position. And the position that she describes in Centered Riding is that one that we are aiming for. It's regardless of discipline, really regardless of activity. It's just about finding that balance, finding alignment through your body, and understanding the function of movement, how to kind of find that right amount of using muscle for stability, but not gripping or trying to hold on as you're riding. So really, really excellent book. If you only ever read one book about riding, I would make it Centered Riding. The next book that I love, and you have certainly seen this one before, if you've watched many of my videos, you've heard me reference it, and I just couldn't leave it out of this one. This is Wendy Murdoch's 5-Minute Fixes. The brilliance of this book is that it gives you some specific things to do to achieve the feelings that Sally is describing in Centered Riding. So, for example, you can actually see that one of the photos on the cover of this book where the rider is holding a strap that's going around the horse's neck and then also holding a small dowel rod underneath of their thumbs. A really simple exercise, 2 props that you can easily find and use, but that are going to make such a big difference in feeling the correct position and alignment of your hands. And that's just one example of many, many exercises that you can do to really improve your riding and to work through specific problems. The third book that I have here is one that you may not have seen. I honestly couldn't even tell you where I had originally found this book. This is Training the Horse and Rider by Fritz Stecken. But I find this just to be a simple, honestly easy read about the basic fundamentals of riding, helping to understand a lot of the classic riding terminology and how to use the figures in the arena, how to understand how the rider works together with the horse in movement, and again, just really classical riding theory. These are 3 books that I have found are excellent riding resources. I would love to hear a book that you really like. So now it's your turn to scroll down, leave a comment, and tell us what is one riding book that you have found very helpful, and maybe also share a specific lesson from that book. So I look forward to seeing your comments. If you're watching this anywhere besides the website at crktrainingblog.com, go there. That's where the best conversation happens, and we have many more resources there as well.